What's up? It's your boy back at it again with another video. Today we're continuing the series of underrated throwers. This one is a special one. I've been meaning to do, but for some reason I keep forgetting. This is about Olli-Pekka Karjalainen. I really butchered that name. He is an 83-meter hammer thrower who I don't think really medal. This might be one of the most competitive eras when he competed. Like, he competed against Ivan Tikhon, Vadim Devyatowski, Koji, Murafushi, Prismos Cosmos. Just a whole slew of 80-plus meter guys. Zyman Ziolkowski, just so many just elite goats of the sport. So I think he got kind of lost in the shuffle, which is not deserved, I feel, for someone of his caliber and his technique. I personally like his technique for his style. It's not a style that I coach, but I can't argue with the results. You know, a lot of people throw far like this. Koji threw far like this. Christian Pars threw far like this. So, let's get into it. We'll watch it full speed a couple times. This throw in particular was 80 meters, like mid to high 80s. Watch that again. You can tell right away. The biggest thing I love from him is his counter. His counter is some of the best I've ever seen. It's so good. And his head movement. That's something that really stood out to me, was his head movement. So let's get into it. Does his winds. You'll notice on his winds, he has a very unique wind. Not a lot of people wind like this, I feel, from what I've seen. So, sorry. Whoa. His first wind, so he does two winds. First wind, calm, just a regular, just standard wind. His second wind is intriguing. His second wind, he just steps pretty wide, offset a little bit, kind of squats down, gets under it. His head stays perfectly square. All right. And he just works around that. His head's still facing that way. And he's going to keep that same kind of head tilt. And that head tilt I really like, because it helps you establish a counter a lot better and helps you stay a lot longer with the right and the left when you do a little head tilt. All right? But it's important when you do this, if you're a right-handed thrower, to tilt your head to the right. You'll notice that he's tilting his head to the right shoulder and not the left. If he did it to the left, he would be pulling. And that's not a good thing in any throwing event. Alright, really nice. One of the things I personally don't like is how early he picks up. I wish he stayed grounded longer. But, you know, when you're that guy, you're that guy, I guess. You know? People throw like this, and they throw far. You know, when you can move the ball, and you're just an extremely athletic person, shoot. Do whatever the hell you want, I guess. But, he's a big proponent of keeping the hammer basically in line with his right knee. And Koji was a big proponent of this too. Really nice counter. So you'll notice his head is back basically at all times. And you'll keep a little shoulder tilt. So I would argue that he's dragging, but not really, because he would be dragging if his hammer was behind him like this and he stayed grounded. But because he's not, like, CJ McCullough really threw like this too. Or no, sorry, not CJ. Connor McCullough threw like this. One of the best U.S. hammer throwers ever. I think he still holds the high school weight record weight record holder. So, at like 28 meters or something. You know, just insane. But he kind of moves like this as well. Kind of picks up pretty early. Not as bad. I would like him to still be grounded here, but to each his own. Normally I would like you to stay grounded and keep your knees pretty low and have super low feet. But what this kind of style allows you to do is have a super exaggerated counter and allows you to lean back a little more. I would say this is a super hard style to do, but can yield amazing results if you can do it. Now you have to be a supreme athlete and be strong enough to do that. So basically you gotta be like an 80+ meter throw to even pull this off, or else I would highly recommend not doing this. But that's just in my opinion. Really love this counter and really love this head tilt. What the head tilt? Really love that. Really love how deep he catches that as well. So the hammer is probably around here. And he's just so connected. So another big thing, so the reason he can have the hammer kind of behind him a little is because he does pick up early. So like I was saying, if he kept turning and was grounded until this frame, he would not be moving the ball nearly as fast. So when you're more grounded, you have to let the ball pass you a lot more. Way more. You have to let the ball pass you until at least 90 before you even think about picking up your right. He's a little behind 90. A little behind. So, and again, this kind of style does yield really good results if you can do it. That's the hard part. The other style, like just saying more grounded, in my opinion, is better for most people. And a lot of elite people do that too. Fastek does that. And some other people. Cosmos, I think, does that too. I have to look more in depth on him, but yeah. So anyway, this isn't about them. So really nice. And you'll notice when the ball goes high, hips to the ball. That's probably the biggest thing, is hip to the ball. But you'll notice his hip is going up, but he's still staying low. His left knee never locks. It always stays bent. And as he goes down, his left knee drops. His left knee drops. And look how deep he catches that. And then he has all this time. So you'll notice the higher he goes, the further he stays back. And that's very important. If he were to lock out this left knee, he would go flying that way, because he just lost all tension. Alright, really nice. And then his finish is probably some of the best I've ever seen. So here, just catches it so deep. Just a very nice head tilt, very nice counter. Boom. And then just works it forever. Alright, and you'll notice when he does this, his weight shifts back onto his right foot. And he doesn't get pulled onto his left. That's very important when you finish. So you know some guys when they don't... he does it too. You'll notice that he steps this way. Some people... I am a big proponent of being able to stick the finish, but when you throw this far, it's hard to do that just because there's just so many forces. Koji's probably one of the only ones that can throw this far and just stick it like that. Most of them can't. But yeah, really nice, really just balanced. That's another big thing, is just how balanced he is and how in tune he is. So you'll notice first turn, pretty good, and then the higher his orbit, the lower and more exaggerated his legs are as well. Alright? And yeah, so in the video description, I'll put his PR, all his accomplishments, well, his notable accomplishments, and if I can find it, his height and weight. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Let me play this one more time, full speed. One other thing to add is his rhythm. Slow, fast, 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 always accelerating. No one turn is the same speed. Let's watch that again. It's very important in all throwing events to accelerate. That's what generates power. If you go to same speed, you're never going to throw far. You have to accelerate the implement, whether it's shot, disc, jab, or hammer. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace.